Ian Garry, a little viral video, a couple of viral videos. I was laughing my ass off at that first one where
Yeah.
you're like, what was it? You're like, Ian, ooh, Conor McGregor or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. I
yeah.
forget what you
Conor
said.
McGregor 2.0. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that shit was funny. But
Yeah.
I don't know, got a little serious towards the end there. So,
Oh,
what's
it
your
never got
relationship with
serious.
Ian right now?
Oh, don't ever get to it.
Not
It
that
never
serious.
got serious. Nah,
Okay.
it was just a conversation between two fighters, and I don't understand why people can't. Like, people always think it's hostile for two fighters to be, in between one another. But my thing is,
Mm-hmm.
this is how we eat, bro. This is how we make money. Let's promote something. Let's talk about something. Even if Ian Garry don't want to fight me, it still does a good job of creating drama and creating a backstory to if it does happen.
Right.
So I tell fighters all the time, like, don't wait for an opportunity. Go create one. Go create an opportunity. But a lot of people, they be fearful for a fighter to do something or whatever. Well, motherfucker, if you want to do something, let's do something. But I'm never
Yeah.
coming with that type of energy. I just want to talk. But if you want to turn it into something else, I'm telling you, like, I don't think that's what you want. Because people say I'm already a crazy fighter in the cage. You don't want to catch me in these streets.
Yeah, right.
That's 100.
There's no rules out there.
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Shoot.
I kind of want to ask you about Ian Garry a little bit. All this shit that's been going down, man. You be seeing it, right? The how to be a wag stuff. I guess what's your initial thoughts on this shit?
Well, I got my whole opinion about it on my YouTube channel, Joaquin Buckley Official. So we just gonna plug that in.
Okay.
But just to give you a short, I mean, it just is what it is. If that's what he's into, if that's his type of relationship goals, like, then that's what he got. But with Ian Garry trying to sue folks about his relationship and telling people that it's lies, like, bro, y'all put that out there for people to see. Like, it's not lies, it's not false, because it's actually there for y'all speaking out to it. So with her saying, oh, it was just satire, it was just, some funny stuff that I posted, you still wrote a book about it. You still did, not an autobiography, but she did like she did a read of it, you know what I mean? Where she's speaking about the book and shit like that, like, you still made it. And then for y'all to be like, oh, he doesn't live with us, but then Ian Garry talking about, oh, you don't cry on my shoulder, go cry on your ex-husband's shoulder in the room. What you mean the room? He got a room there, right? So now I realize what WAG means, right?
Yeah.
She a wife and a girlfriend at the crib. That's what she is.
Oh shit.
So it's just like, all you guys that post about it, you know what I mean, and getting scared because, oh man, they might sue. They can't sue. They the ones that put that shit out there.
No, yeah. I'm not too worried about it. I didn't really post too much about with her ex and then living with them because I really don't have the confirmation, but that was tripping me out because he was in that fucking like little clip that they posted where he's like, go cry in your ex-husband's arms. And I guess that guy Curtis that he said originally, that's like some other guy. So there's like a guy Curtis that's there, and then the ex-husband isn't named Curtis. But yeah, that's
either way though,
Yeah.
Either way, but for me, it's just like y'all put it out there, so y'all should explain it a little better for people to understand, because you can't be like, oh, y'all didn't get the context. That's not our fault.
Right.
That's for y'all to explain and for y'all to get down. But for these, like for Ian Garry and his girl to sue, it's just ridiculous to me because, bro, we're in a fight game, right? Like, and for all the things that you have said and all the things that you have done, you ain't got no place to be like upset or crying about what people saying to you, because what you be putting out there, you got to be able to dish.
Yeah, he put the mugshot of Neil Magny.
Yeah. Put it on the shirt and said the future, right? Then went about my other dude and talking about, he beat his kids, right? And then gonna go to his former opponent, Vicente Luque made a post about getting baptized. You know what I mean? Thank my Lord and Savior. Without you, I have nothing. And then he gonna repost talking about Ian Garry, talking about, yeah, he gonna be standing in front of you, blind, tall, and all powerful. Like, what? You think you Jesus now? Nigga think he Jesus out here. That's why he thought he could save his girl, right? Shit, even Jesus can't save these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
Nah, he's a cocky young man, of course. But no suing in the fight game. You can't be doing that.
You can't.
No.
You can't, because at the end of the day, if you really got an issue with somebody, we're in the most beautiful sport of all. You can actually go see that dude. And even if it's not competition-wise, right? You can go up to Sean, go see that boy at the gym, and Sean will give you the work, right? Sean Strickland ain't never scared to actually put that work in with somebody. If you really feel some type of way, you can just put your hands on somebody for saying the wrong thing. And that's what I love about our sport.
Yeah, and when you fucking were going through your little beef with James Krause, you guys were 2 separate weight classes, and you guys were both trying to get that fight because you guys didn't like each other, you know? So that's what.
Yeah, and
I like that.
I told him, bro, I could see you in the gym. We ain't even got to make it nothing about, you know, competition, UFC, whatever. We can just see each other if we really got an issue. But I ain't had no issue like that. I'm just trying to get paid, right? But he wasn't trying to see in the gym or in the octagon.
Did you see?
Not he in the booty house.
Now he in the booty house.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Ian Garry. There's a few things we could talk about there.
Yeah.
How'd you like his fight last night? Personally, he looked a little skinny in there. He had the stick and move approach. Maybe it's the new diet that made him look slightly skinnier, but he had the stick and move approach. Yeah.
Be honest with you, man, I'm kind of disappointed in Jeff Neal. I knew that Ian Garry was gonna have to outpoint Jeff Neal to stay safe and make it to the judges. So I'm not even mad at Ian Garry for trying to survive. But Jeff Neal, man, he could have did more, man. Jeff Neal played himself. He even said it, you know, in this little, he posted like a big ass L, bro, on his Instagram page, which is so fucking goofy. But regardless, he played himself, man. He was walking Ian Garry down with his hands down, you know, just asking to get hit, you know, and Ian should have been able to capitalize off of that and get a nice little knockout, be honest with you, because Jeff Neal, at the end of the day, he was getting tired. He was getting exhausted, and he was getting frustrated, right, with the movement of Ian Garry. And I really feel like, you know, the first 2 rounds, Jeff Neal could have really put it on him, but he just chose not to. I'm going to just have to call it like that. Like, he chose not to. A lot of shots that, you know, he hit him with the left hand, he didn't follow up, you know, and come back with the right. So that's on Jeff Neal, man. He dropped the bag on that one for sure. So I feel like Ian Garry is still going to be a good fight, you know, for somebody in the future. You know?
Yeah, maybe you. But as far as that Jeff missing those opportunities, were you seeing a little bit of holes in Ian's game? Like Ian was open for those opportunities?
It's still there. Like, he hasn't changed anything. Jeff Neal was the perfect person to really put him out. You know, I mean, let's say, so we got this little joke, right, that we talked about. But we was wrong. So Jeff Neal need to keep the naps next time, because every time he get a clean cut, he lose. Every time he get a clean cut, he need that Frederick Douglass. He need to get back to that Frederick Douglass. You know what I'm saying? When he beat Vicente Luque.
Yeah.
Hey, he told Vicente up with that dude. You hear me? So I don't know what it was, man. My man Jeff Neal did not fight with the same energy like he said he was going to fight with, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So, you know, it just is what it is. You know, shout out to Ian Garry. He got the win, but like I said, you know, it's gonna be some more people that's hunting that name down pretty soon.
Right. He got to be like Max Holloway. You see Max? He cut his hair for his BMF fight.
Nah, I ain't see that. Nah.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have the lettuce anymore. He's got the. I called it the Edgar. I called it the Edgar, but people are saying it's not an Edgar. It's a buzz cut, like a Y&I fade. They call it.
Okay. Yeah. As long as the
like
line
that
is
old.
tight, see me.
Right.
Look, I stay in the struggle until I get this fight. You know what I'm saying? You see, I got a sheep ass on my head. You know.
They called you about Ian Garry?
Yeah, they did. See, I declined that one though, but I got no. So I got back offers though. So there's another offer that I'm still talking about. So obviously, you know, we still in talks and into details, but it's just things are moving along as they should, right? It's getting to the point where I don't have to hunt down fights anymore. They come in and they want me to fight. They want me to market myself, and they want to push me even further to get these headliners, you know. So I just feel blessed to be where I'm at right now, and we up right now. Yes.
Okay, but you can for surely say you denied Ian Garry. That's a
I
bad.
definitely deny. I ain't want to catch no hurts. Yeah, I'm good. Why? Yeah, man, my man be having a little pop-up. Yeah, because I like to wrestle now. I like to wrestle now. Yes, sir.
What did you say? Your manager hit you, and you're just like straight up nah.
Yeah, I mean, well, the time wise, like, bro, I just did 2 literally back-to-back fights. I was good. I was like, you know, let me chill out for a minute. But I got another offer that is, you know, a little bit more lengthy in time for me to prepare and get it ready. But it's also a better matchup. It's a better fight as well. And a bigger name, in my opinion, than Ian Garry.
All right.
Yeah.
So they heard you calling out McGregor. They're like, we'll give you the young McGregor.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I see it, but
like I said, that fight doesn't do anything for me in my opinion, right? Ian Garry is the type of fighter, unfortunately, like now he's hungry for it, right? He's trying to get back out there. He's trying to find these opponents. But he's just not that dude to me, in my opinion. So when you talk about his style of fight, he's not fun to watch, in my opinion. He's not exciting. And the way that he promotes his fights as well is kind of lame and it's kind of dried out. So yet again, he doesn't do anything for me when it comes to actually moving towards that title, in my opinion. But the person I'm finna fight next definitely will. Yeah.
Okay. And are you also saying the reason why they're a little bit of a bigger name is because you like how they promote themselves and stuff like that? This person?
Yes,
yeah.
that too. Mm-hmm.
Okay, for sure. And I just want to say too, the denying fights gets a bad rap a little bit, but like when you say that, I kind of respect it. And you got to navigate your own career. Like they will throw you these names, but it's up to you to kind of navigate your career the best way possible. So
right.
If you don't like how a guy promotes himself and you don't want to be a part of that, and you've been hustling, you've been working. Yeah. So I feel like with those kind of things being said, you deserve to call your shot a little bit.
Ain't nobody say I'm ducking or dodging anybody.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
At one point, I did want to fight. Right. But regardless though, like I didn't already put in my footwork. I'm 9-4 within the promotion. I'm 4-0 as a welterweight now. It's just like, and then like I said, the timing wise, that's really what it is. It's the timing wise. Like you didn't had all this time to prepare, and I'm coming off of 2 camps back to back. Like nah, that's not how that works, So, but at the end of the day, I feel like this is my opportunity where I can pick and choose how I want to in order to get to that belt. Because I did all my footwork that is necessary in order to take my call.
And the recovery is important too, kind of like you're mentioning. So take your time
man, my
to kind
back still hurt from nurse call, man. Kick me up all side of my shit, man. I don't know why Peterson just let my man just throw illegal shots, going up kicks and back kicks, spinal kicks. Oh my God, damn.
You were offered Ian Garry an MVP. You turned down Ian Garry. You accepted MVP, I believe, but then MVP ended up turning you down for Garry.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
They ended up fighting at UFC 300 and all that. One of my questions is, was that even for real, you think, those offers from the UFC, or do you think they wanted MVP and Garry from the first place?
Well, no, I hope it was real.
Okay.
I'm sure it was.
How sometimes they usually use like a lever or something like that to kind of push them into each other? That's what I'm saying.
Probably. I don't know.
Okay.
But what you're saying, I do believe it was a real offer. When the UFC called me for the Ian Garry fight, like I said, it was just time wise. I wasn't ducking Ian Garry. I just need just some more time to rest and prepare for anybody. Whoever that name would have been, if they would have gave it to me, I would have said no to, just because of the time. But regardless, though, when they did give me more time and they told me about the MVP, it would have made sense to make that fight happen, because where the fight was going to be at, it was, in his own backyard. So I'm like, bro, that would have been lit. To fight MVP in England. So. But regardless, though, MVP went with Ian Garry, and they had that type of fight. But I feel like it just adds more stock to what I do, because of the boring fight that they put on. It's still to the point where every fight that I get into, everybody knows it's gonna be a banger. So I feel like I got a little bit more stock. For them having that boring ass fights.
Yeah, and I guess, what did you make of the performance, right? Because Ian didn't really go for too much of the knockout with MVP, right? He chose the grappling approach, and it was kind of boring in that last round, just taking his back and stuff. So sitting there watching it, how were you feeling about it?
I felt like I fumbled the bag. I ain't gonna lie.
I saw that tweet, yeah.
Right, but regardless, though, it's all in God's plan. And I believe, at the end of the day, I made the right decision, man, to, just sit this one back and just watch. But Ian Garry did his job. He got the win, even though it wasn't fun to watch. At the end of the day, he's still undefeated, and I feel like, with that being said, I can be the first one to take that up. So
okay. And because he gets a lot of hype and stuff like that, so I'm just wondering too, like, you think not to say he's like, you look at him as like an easy fight, but he's younger than you and stuff like that. I guess he's a little bit more premature in his career. So when you watch him fight and stuff, do you kind of feel like you're a veteran over him in a way?
Because
he acts as if like sometimes he's kind of a veteran, and like he's got that bigger ranking and stuff like that. But obviously, you don't really put people on a pedestal, so that's why.
No, you can't. I don't know what year he got started, but obviously, since I'm older than him, I definitely got put in a situation where I was fighting before him. So yeah, I'm a little bit more experienced. Yeah, he's undefeated, but just yet again, the talent level that he fought, you know, I believe if me and him fight, it's going to be a whole different level of experience that he runs into. I started this, you know, being a professional since I was 18 years old. So, 12 plus years, you know what I mean, fighting, you know, at a professional level, you know, fighting with Bellator with 5 fights. And then, you know, with the UFC, I have more fights than Ian Garry. Even though he undefeated, I still have more UFC fights, you know, than him. So I believe like the experience level is definitely above Ian Garry. But even if that wasn't the case, you know, I feel like my skill level, you know, alone could beat Ian Garry. So what are you talking about? The striking, you know, I got the power on my side. The footwork on my sides, you know, and then plus if I need to take the fight to the ground, I can do that as well. But I ain't gonna be nut hugging, you know what I mean? So my biggest thing, if I do take Ian Garry to the ground, bro, I'm looking to finish.
Okay, for sure. And just on the MVP side too, is that a fight you'd want in the future, or are you gonna move past that one and on your route to the title in a way?
I mean, you know, I don't know. That's a hard one to say. Because he's still a good name. But regardless, though, we look into, you know, anybody that get us close to the title. That's what we're looking for. So I'd rather fight winners than the losers right now. Because obviously, you know, I'm undefeated at the welterweight division. So me and Ian Garry, I think, would be good money.
Right. 2 undefeateds at the welterweight division.
Exactly.
Somebody's always got to go.
Yeah, exactly.